Big Z Reviews. Lisa Frankenstein is a directorial debut from Zelda Williams, and she teams up with the writer Diablo Cody to deliver an interesting film that, like, for me, maybe didn't quite hit the mark.
Are you hot burning? Lisa! Does he have more of a basketball bod or a football bod?
He doesn't play sports. I tend his grave. I talked to him. I wish I was with you.
That's really weird, Lisa.
So the main star of the film is Catherine Newton, and she plays Lisa. And she's like a bit of a weirdo. She's a bit of a goth. Like, she, for her like pastime, she goes to a bachelor's grave and and dreams about marrying this one dead guy that's there. That's that has this statue of that died like decades ago. And then he goes to her stepsister, who's like the beautiful cheerleader, Lisa Soberano. Like her mother died by an axe murderer and married this other woman, and they're living in the same house. It's like the evil stepmother. But the sister is kind of nice to her and took her to a party. That didn't go well, let's just say. And then when they're going home, there's this huge storm, and it electrocutes the body of the man she'd been having like weird dates in the graveyard, and he decides to come visit her. And that's I guess the version of Frankenstein. And that's called the creature, played by Cole Sprouse. And the evil stepmother is the amazing Carla Gugino. But there's some interesting stuff with this film. Like, that the idea that like it's a little bit like the original Hellraiser, where the more people she kills, the more whole the creature becomes, and the more like he heals. And I wish they almost went further with it, because like there's a lot of the movie where you weren't sure is Lisa Frankenstein evil, and they kind of broached that maybe she is, but I wish they would have went even crazier with it, and that if they're gonna do gore, they do more gore. Like, there's some gore, but and then too, it's usually it's the creature that's doing the dismembering, and then she's just doing she's okay with it, and she's doing the sewing. I kind of wish there was more there. She had to have more of an impact, especially because they imply that one of the school bitches kind of implies that she might have murdered her mother, but they never really answered that. And I kind of wish that it seems like she has a reaction. She kind of keeps her mother's rosary, and it seems that she loved her mother. And I think that, so it's weird. It would be weird that she would have been the murderer, but they never really tackled that. And I feel like, because it would make more sense if she was the murderer, and she said now she's okay with murder and dismemberment being done, But they don't really ever tackle that. And it's just odd that they leave that unanswered, throughout the film. But there's a lot of kind of cute stuff. She's going way more emo, Bride of Frankenstein with her outfits and stuff, and that she's getting more confident, but she's still trying to bang the guy she has a crush on at school, even though she's she has the creature that loves her and is hiding out in her closet. And there's a lot of really funny, interesting stuff. It looks like this the spiritual successor to it definitely feels a little bit like the spiritual successor to Jennifer's Body. And I wouldn't be surprised if that, this movie didn't get a lot of success at the box office, although it didn't help that a week or two after it came out, it was already on streaming, the VOD. But I have a feeling that it could potentially get some cult status as more people find it. I'm sure it will eventually hit a streamer. I'm sure it will probably hit a Netflix or Hulu or something. And I think that a lot of people might really love it. I'm not sure, but like it is a little disgusting. Like this guy, the creature, he's always like dropping worms and millipedes and stuff, and that it's kind of funny too. Whenever she doesn't seem to mind his smell in general, but like whenever he cries, he smells horrible. Like there's a lot of interesting stuff here, and I think it's a very decent first outing from Zelda Williams. But I hope, like, it didn't do horrible, but it definitely didn't make back its budget. And it's tough now when you don't have, the physical media is nothing like it was. So, like, I hope that she finds an audience, when they get to a streaming, and she'll have another movie eventually, because this isn't bad. It's just like maybe personally for me, it didn't quite hit the mark. I would have loved to see more horror to it. It definitely wasn't that much horror in this. It wasn't much gore. Wasn't much like it was just kind of like a weird romance, like kind of like a Tim Burton film. Like it was interesting, but I didn't love it. I'll probably give like a 7.5 out of 10. But thanks for watching. If you want to see more of it, you can subscribe down below. Thanks.